What's up, class, and welcome to another lesson in the No Mod Shop class here on the Skooled Zone. Before we get to the video, though, I just wanted to address my April Fool's joke real quick. So I posted a message on the community tab that I had accidentally drank hydroxyl acid and dihydrogen monoxide. It's a bit of an old joke for science teachers to use because both of those chemicals are just fancy nicknames for water. In chemistry lingo, mon means one and di means two. So 2 hydrogen molecules and 1 oxygen molecule equals H2O. The poll was the part that fascinated me, though, because over 50% of the voters said that I should rush to the hospital. Ouch. It's kind of a social experiment if you think about it, because that means people are just reading and reacting to news out there without doing their own research or engaging in critical thinking, even when posted on April 1st. Here's the good news, though. We have a really smart audience here on the Skooled Zone. If that message had been posted on some really big pop influencer site, for example, like maybe one of the Blonde brothers, whose last name is the same as my first name, then the numbers would have been way higher than 50%. Anyway, I'm sorry if I scared any of you, though. I'm fine and I'm totally hydrated. But the takeaway from this is, if you're ever in doubt about something in life, always do your own research and never let those critical thinking skills go to waste. You know, as Sir Francis Bacon said, knowledge is power. Okay, on to today's lesson. Now, as you can probably imagine, I get a lot of requests for various types of videos. Sometimes certain videos take longer to make than others, but I always try my best to accommodate you guys. Now, I've gotten a lot of requests to do a straight up let's build video, where I just start from scratch and start building something. That always seemed boring to me, though, because it literally takes me weeks, if not months, to complete a build, you know? But I've also gotten requests from others for a video on my building philosophy, or like building process, so to speak. And I've also gotten a lot of requests for some reason to do a build in Far Harbor. I don't know why. It's kind of a bleak and foggy environment if you ask me. I'm not a fan of it. But maybe that's why people want to see if I can make something there like a challenge, you know? Then it dawned on me. I can combine those 3 frequent requests into one build video. So that's what this video is. It's a let's build video in Far Harbor with a focus on my thinking process starting from scratch. Sound interesting to you? Sounds interesting to me. And since there's no way I'll be able to complete the build in one video, this might even be like a mini-series within the mini-series, you know, like one of my miscellaneous tips videos or my unique items videos. So hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and let's go build in Far Harbor. Alright folks, so here we are on the docks of Far Harbor. Now, unless I'm mistaken, there are basically 4 possible settlement locations here. Longfellow's Cabin, Dalton Farm, Echo Lake Lumber, and the National Park Visitors Center. If you haven't already, you'll need to complete a mini quest to unlock each of those settlements. So I have already done that for each one, but I haven't really done any building on any of them yet. Now, after scouting them out, I think Dalton Farm is the one we're going to focus on today. That's got the best terrain, I think, for what I want to do. So I'll hop on over there and we'll continue. Okay, here we are at Dalton Farm, you know, as I mentioned, like all the places in Far Harbor are like totally gloomy and foggy, but anyway, the first step I mentioned is completing any kind of quest necessary to unlock the settlement for building. You know, most settlements anywhere in the game have something like that. The next step is to survey the land. You know, check out like the buildable area and its boundaries. Now, a good while back, I cleared out some of the broken houses for scrap and built the starting settlers a little shack and some minimal defenses because it kept getting attacked and all. Haven't really done anything else with it since, but let's take a quick peek around so I can kind of show you what we're working with here, okay? So there's all this nice flat land to work with. Got a couple of crops there, but we're going to do something about that. And like I mentioned, I just built a little tiny shack and just a little bit of defenses, you know. But let me open up the build menu and show you that it's got actually quite a bit of buildable area. You've got area that includes docks. You've got some water included in the boundaries. It even extends beyond these fog condensers and stuff. So we can, build up beyond this little ridge here all the way out to there. So it's a really nicely sized little settlement area. Now, as I mentioned, I cleared out most of the things that could be scrapped just to have some building supplies, because I hadn't set up any supply lines yet and I hadn't done any shopping for the place. But if this was untouched, then the next step for me would be to start clearing the area of scrap and junk. You know, basically anything that allowed me to scrap that wasn't worth keeping. Now, I actually don't erase everything all the time. Sometimes I will leave certain things unscrapped if they're unique features of the settlement or worth keeping. At Dalton Farm here, for example, there's a beach umbrella that you can't rebuild, and also a boat that looks kind of interesting. We might be able to do something with it or build around it. So I'm going to leave those. Also, any really nice and straight trees I might leave as well, you know? Like, you know, this tree looks kind of nice. I took care of all of the trees already, I believe, that were broken down or had fallen over. Not sure if you can scrap this one or not. No. But, like some of these over here, for example. Yeah, see, this is a nice straight tree. I might leave that for now. And then some of these you can't scrap. Just to see, you know, what I build. If I need to scrap it, I can always scrap it later. But these things, you know, they can't be undone. You know, this one I might get rid of. Yeah, this one doesn't look like it's very pretty. So here's an example of where I'd scrap that. And it gives me 20 wood. Nice. This is another one I'll probably get rid of because it looks, well, I'll wait and see on that one. Anyway, we're still going to need a lot more materials to build with. At this point, I would usually connect the supply lines and then go on a shopping trip to Diamond City. But before we do that, and since we're in Far Harbor, there is a little secret stash of building supplies on the southern tip of the map called the Cranberry Island Supply Shed. It's around this area and around here. Now, most of you who have Far Harbor probably already know about it and have cleared it out already. But for those who haven't, I'll show you how to get in and take advantage of a pretty sizable cache of building materials. Should only take a few minutes, and I'll fast forward through the running around parts. Okay, so here is the shed, as you can see behind me, and it requires a key to get in. I'll show you on the map where we are right now. So here we are. Cranberry Island Supply Shed, okay? And here's where we are in the big picture. Now, next to the shed is a little map. All right, and on the map, you'll see 3 lightning bolt symbols on it. Those are the generators that you're going to need to turn on to get into a bunker that holds the key to the shed. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to play some music and do a quick speed run through turning on the generators. All right, let's go. Okay, now there's a couple of places where you're going to need to repair things, all right? So this one says, do nothing, repair the pipe with 5 steel, bend the pipe back into place, or just bang on it, all right? I think I have enough strength, so let's see what happens. All right, good to go. Now what we're going to do is head over here to the circuit breaker and turn on the circuit breaker. And somewhere around here, there's going to be a little number, okay? So here is number 3. I started with number 3. You can do them in any order, I'm pretty sure. So let's head to the next place, which I think is somewhere around here. Okay, so here is the next place. Just repair these circuit boards without issue. Nice. All right, and then turn on this circuit breaker. And let's see if we can find a number around here. This one doesn't have a number. There we go. Okay, so this one is number 2. All right, and the last one, I believe, is right around Cranberry Bog. Okay, so we fix the wires here. Turn on the circuit breaker. And then I think we're good to go. So now we just have to find the bunker. And let's see, the bunker is probably going to be like maybe right around here or something like that. Let's see here. Let's go around this bridge. Here we go. Uh-oh. I hear stuff. Let's check it out. Yep, sure enough. Okay. There's one more somewhere. Probably just another type of creature. Let me pop some aid. Nice. Oh, I gotta pop some right away too. Oh, looks like we do a little bit more. Let's see what we got. Drink some hydroxyl acid and some dihydrogen monoxide. All right, perfect. I wonder where that guy is. It says down, so he's probably in the water. But anyway, we don't need to worry about that. Let's loot this guy. Nice. Okay, so inside this bunker, we got a little drawing. Ain't that cute? We got some damaged hazmat suits, and then inside the footlocker, we've got the key, a note, some bottle caps, and etc. Wonder what that note said. I'm just gonna check that out real quick. It's probably miscellaneous. Here we go. Okay, so let's go ahead and see if we can fast travel over to here. Perfect. Okay, and then we should be able to open it right up. Perfecto. So let's close the door, turn on the light, and let's see what we got here, okay? So here's all the building supplies. Nice. All right, I hope I've got the strength to carry all this. Otherwise, I got a little plan up my sleeve. But let's go ahead and take all this cement. Yep. I'm carrying too much. But not to worry. Oh, ballistic fiber, nice. Okay, look at all these springs and screws. Have anything up here? Nope. All right, look at all this aluminum. Oh, this is such a stash. Okay, I started taking some stuff out of here. Let's see what this has got. Some, oh, it's like weapons and ammo and stuff. Nice, I don't need that stuff yet. But I'll take all this. Okay, I think we've got everything. Let's see how overloaded... Oh, I didn't get everything. Look at that. Still more stuff. Yeah, that's a good little stash supply there. Okay, so let's see where we're at here. All right, so I'm 376 out of 275. Now, a while back, I made a video about how you can boost your strength to over 20. All right, I'll put a link for that. But here's basically what I got my hands on, right? So it's these rad-powered pieces of armor. So I'm going to pop these on. All right. And then what it's going to do is it's going to allow me to go soak up some rads and boost my strength to like insane levels. I'll show you where my strength is now. So my strength is at 7. So let's just go hop in the water real quick. Might as well pick up all this stuff. Okay, so I'm going to go hop in the water, soak up some rads. Come on, give me some rads. There we go. There's a few places over here where I'll get like 25 rads per second. Let me see if I can find some of these little places. So I think what happened is that I popped a couple of items that gave me rad resistance a little while ago when I was snacking up. And that's why it's only giving me 2 rads per second here. You know, like the float fly whatevers and stuff like that. But we're getting there. We're getting there. Let's see what my strength is up to now. It's up to 11. Nice. Oh, cool. Here's some barrels. Yeah, there we go. Now we're racking them up. Cool. Now, if I hadn't popped those little rad resist items, I'd be getting like, you know, 10 to 20 rads per second after all this. Okay, you notice I'm moving faster now? Let's see what my strength is up to. It's up to 19. Wow, I could actually... Look how many rads I have to spare. I could probably get this thing up to 30. But in any case, that's enough for us to fast travel, you know, if you don't have the perks for it and stuff. So let's head back over to Dalton Farm and drop this stuff off. Okay, so let's drop all this stuff off in our workshop. So awesome. Store all junk. Nice. Okay, and then I'm gonna just get rid of the rads real quick. Nice. Okay, now I'm going to switch back into my regular building apparel. Sweet. So that is how it's done. Okay, so, and the great thing is that supply shed respawns too. So every time you come back to Far Harbor, be sure to make a pit stop there to see if the materials have been replenished. That'll save you a trip to Diamond City or a nearby trader to stock up on supplies. Now, in the next step, we're actually still going to do that, but I just wanted to get that little tip on the record there, you know? Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to sleep until it's a little bit of a brighter sunny day, and then the first thing I'm going to build is a firework mortar, a chemistry station, and add some clear weather shells, hook that up so we can get some clear weather while we're building, okay? So hang tight, and I'll be back in a second. Okay guys, I'm back. We have a sunny day now, and I've set up a little firework mortar to put in some clear weather shells in case it gets foggy again. And the next step from here is to set up the supply lines, all right? We just did a run to Cranberry Bog, but we're still going to need more supplies. So let's go find one of the settlers, and I'll show you how that's done. I'm sure you already know.
Seems to be growing well. Can we trade a few things?
Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is equip her a little bit better than she is, so she'll be all set for the road. And I've got a few pieces of armor that I can lend her. And that should be good. Okay, so now you just have to assign the stuff. Okay, so now she looks like she's ready for the road. So what you do is go into workshop mode and then just click on the right button for supply line. Okay, and I'm just going to send her to like Kingsport Lighthouse because that's probably the closest to the exit to Far Harbor. You know, we don't want to walk in all over the Commonwealth just to get some supplies, because if Kingsport Lighthouse is connected to all your other settlements or wherever you send your settler on the supply run, then it becomes part of the network, and all the supplies that are available at any settlement that's hooked up to another settlement, those resources then become available. So really, it's just a matter of how you want to set it up. And I don't like a bunch of crisscrossing supply lines all over the Commonwealth. When I look at the map, it's better if you just have them go to the nearest and shortest route. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and confirm that. And then once I do, then it should be pretty automatic. Now, all of the junk and materials, resource materials that are available for me in all of my connected Commonwealth settlements are now available here at Dalton Farm. All right, so we are all set. In fact, I'm going to go into the map and just zoom out and just show supply lines, and you can see, I don't know how she's crossing over everything, but it just shows an A to B, crow's flight line to the Commonwealth, and then from the Commonwealth we'll probably see a line that drops down to Kingsport Lighthouse. But we are going to go ahead and head over to the Commonwealth ourselves, because even though we have this set up now with all the supplies that are available to me at my settlements in the Commonwealth, there's still a lot more supplies that we're going to need to build some of the things. Like I noticed I was low on copper in my last episode and stuff like that. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And plus I can show you my shopping process, whenever I need to go to make a supply run, because I usually cut that part out. But this video is a perfect opportunity to show you that process and how I go about it. So maybe you can learn a thing or two. So I'll meet you over at Diamond City's market and we'll take it from there. Okay guys, we are in Diamond City, and as you can see, I'm dressed in my, construction garb. But since we're going to do some shopping now, what I usually do from here is put on all my charisma clothing. Okay, so I'm going to go into apparel, and let's see here. Reginald's suit, which I've happened to armor here, gives me +3 to charisma. These black rim glasses give a +1. And let's see here. Oh yeah, that dapper gent that I mentioned in my unique items video gives another +2. So we're going to put that on. And let's see what our charisma is at this point. It's 15. Okay. Now, I don't think I have any great mentats handy. No, I don't. I forgot to make some of those. But if I had those, it would have boosted it like another +5. And we would have been like 20. But at that point, it's pretty much overkill anyway. I don't think you can get discounted beyond a certain point. Okay, let's head over and talk to Arturo.
You need protection. Everyone does.
Sure. Let's take a look.
Everything hand-tooled.
Okay, so let's head over to his junk section. And in the junk section, he's got these things called shipments. All right, this is the fastest and easiest way to get just the base materials that you need. That way you don't have to put the junk into your inventory and have it broken down item by item. So let's go ahead and pick up everything he's got. Aluminum, copper, gears, and screws. Yeah, might as well. I mean, all this stuff is going to be recycled through all the rest of my settlements anyway. Okay, so as you can see, the total cost is $25.20. That would have been much, much higher had I not put on all that charisma clothing. All right. But what I usually do from here to try to reduce the costs even further, even though my character is pretty rich as it is I go into my ammo section and I dump any of the ammo that I don't really use or really need. Like, for example, I don't think I use any of the 38 ammo for any of my guns. So we can just get rid of all of that. That's going to reduce it quite a bit. And let's see here. Yeah, I'm going to get rid of like 628 of the 10mm ammo. That'll leave me well, I messed up, but it was going to leave me 500. And then I think the 556 ammo is for the miniguns. So I'm going to get rid of like 557 of those. And that should actually make us a profit. Hopefully he has enough to cover it. He does. Well, I went over a little bit, but who cares? So what I'm going to do now is accept. And that entire accept. There we go. Trade anyway. Who cares? Arturo's a good guy. I gave him some extra ammo. Who cares? All right. So at this point, I actually made a bunch of money, and that whole transaction with the materials didn't cost us anything. And then I'm going to head over to Myrna and do the same thing.
They sell just about everything, but none of it is scrap.
So let's check out her junk supply.
Let's take a look.
Just don't call it junk.
All right, so I'm going to grab some concrete. Yeah, might as well grab both. Grab a bunch of steel, and then grab a bunch of wood. And I think I should be good to go on everything there. And then I'm just going to really quickly do the same thing. Get rid of some ammo that I don't need. I'm going to get rid of 1,044 of this ammo. Awesome. And then what else can I get rid of? I don't ever use the flamer for some reason. It's just, I don't know. It's not my style, so I'm going to get rid of that. And the flares. Let's see here. Actually, the missiles, I'll get rid of like 5 of the missiles because those are pretty profitable. Okay, and then I'll get like, I don't really use flares. Let's just get rid of all of them. Perfect. Okay. So this whole transaction here only cost me 16 caps. I made out like a bandit. So I'm going to put on my regular construction clothes and I'll meet you back at Dalton Farm. Okay, guys, I'm back and we're going to drop all this off in the workshop. So as you can see in my junk section, I've got all these shipments here. These are perfect for resupplying because they have a weight of 0 and you're not wasting any money, once again, if you have things hooked up to a supply line, because these are going to supply all your other settlements as well. So that is the way that I supply up for a good build. So now that we've gotten that out of the way, as you can see, there's quite a bit of prep that goes into my building process before I even start the building itself, okay? So in the next part of this series, you know, we'll take it to the next level, and then there may even be a part 3 where we go through and decorate it and, you know, fine tune it and things like that. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you guys tuning in for this video. And this was a lot of fun, you know. The challenge of building in Far Harbor, for me, I'm going to look at it like a challenge. You know, we're going to make a build where the environment is part of the ambiance. So, you know, if we have a nice, tall, luxurious hotel or like a chateau, even though it's foggy, you know, I'm going to put in some fireplaces and just make it look like really cozy and homey and stuff. And, you know, you also got to see my thinking process as far as prepping for the build. So anyway, subscribe if you haven't already. Slap that like button. Support me over on Patreon so I can do this full time and bring you guys many more videos per month. I know I'm only able to get out, you know, maybe like 2 or 3 videos a month, but it's really mainly because of my day job. So that's why everybody that supports me over on Patreon is really making a difference, because all of you guys are getting me, you know, a step closer to being able to do this full time. Anyway, thanks again for watching. I'll see you in the next video. It's not going to be part 2. It's going to be something else, but we'll come back to this series, you know, when we can, and we'll take it from there. All right. So in the meantime, happy building and class dismissed.